We're going to go ahead and get started. Say Shalom. All praises to the Most High. We're going to go over the Hebrew calendar. We're going to finish it out. I'm going to just start off, since we started a little late. I'm going to go right into it. I was giving everybody a chance to kind of grid out their calendar. We're going to go over the days again and the names of the months in Hebrew again. So be ready to write that stuff down. That way you'll have the name of the months, but there'll be the Hebrew terms. Okay? And then we'll go over the days again to where you don't have Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday on there. You'll have the actual Hebrew names on there. Alright? So with that in mind, we'll go ahead and get started. Go ahead and pull out the book of Enoch. Grab your books. The book of Enoch. So I'll give everybody a moment. If you don't have the book of Enoch, you can download it, PDF. The book of Enoch. All right. And if you're downloading the book of Enoch, download the one that's by Andy McCracken. So there's different versions. So download the one that's by Andy McCracken. Does anyone in here need the book of Enoch? Everybody's good? Alright. So let's go to the book of Enoch. Do you need the book of Enoch? Alright. So go to the book of Enoch and go to chapter 72. Book of Enoch, chapter 72. Alright, we're going to get it going. So the book of Enoch, chapter 72, verse 1. Hold on, just give me a second. I got to move something around. Alright, the book of Enoch, chapter 72, verse 1, and it reads, each as it is, so it says the book of revolutions of the lights of heaven, each as it is according to their classes, according to the period of rule and their times, according to their names and places of origin, and according to their months, that Uriel, the holy angel who was with me and is their leader, showed to me. And he showed me all their regulations exactly as they are. So Enoch says that the angels came to him and showed him the origins of the months. All right, and the regulations as they are exactly are. For each year of the world and forever, until the new creation shall be made, which will last forever. Verse 2. And this is the first law of the lights. The light called the sun. Its rising is in the gates of heaven that are towards the east, and its setting is in the western gates of heaven. All right, so he said, so now he's going to break down the lights that's in the gates of heaven. So there's 3 types of lights that are in the gates of heaven, and Enoch is going to break them down for us. Verse 3. And I saw 6 gates from which the sun rises, and 6 gates in which the sun sets. So he says, I see 6 gates in which the sun rises, and I see 6 gates in which the sun sets. And the moon also rises and sets in those gates. So this is why the moon gets the light from the sun, because of it rising in the same gates. All right? And the leaders of those stars together with those whom they lead. There are 6 in the east and 6 in the west. So Enoch said there are 6 gates in the east, 6 gates in the west. Are exactly in place, one next to the other. And there are many windows to the south and the north of those gates. So he says there is many windows to the south and the north of those 6 gates in the east and those 6 gates in the west. All right. I'm going to break all this down in a different lesson. I'm not going to get into it all tonight, just so we can get to breaking down the calendar. We'll break down the windows and things like that in a future lesson. Verse 4. And first there rises the greater light, named the sun, and its disk is like the disk of heaven, and the whole of it is full of a fire which gives light and warmth. The wind blows the chariots on which it ascends, and the sun goes down in the sky and returns through the north in order to reach the east, and is led so that it comes to the appropriate gate and shines in the sky. So it tells you that the sun is going in and out of portals. That's what these gates are. So the world through science has taught you that the sun is revolving around the earth, and it's not doing it. The sun is going in and out of portals, and it's setting in these portals and it's rising out of these portals in different gates. All right, verse 6. In this way it rises in the first month. So now Enoch is going to break down the first month for us. All right, in this way it rises in the first month. In the large gate, namely, it rises through the 4th of those 6 gates that are towards the east. So in the first month, the sun starts off in the 4th gate. All right, in the first month, the sun starts off in the 4th gate. Verse 7. And in the 4th gate, through which the sun rises in the first month, there are 12 window openings, from which, whenever they are open, flames come out. When the sun rises in heaven, it goes out through that 4th gate for 30 days. So it tells you in the first month, the sun comes through the 4th gate out of the 6th gate. It starts off in the 4th gate, and it tells you that when it goes to that 4th gate, it goes to that 4th gate for 30 days. Let me read verse 8 again. When the sun rises in heaven, it goes out through that 4th gate for 30 days. So for the first Hebrew month, it's 30 days. All right. So write that down. The first Hebrew month equivalents to 30 days. All right, next. And exactly in the fourth gate, in the west of heaven, it goes down. Verse 9. And in those days, the day grows daily longer, and the night grows nightly shorter, until the 13th morning. So it's telling you right here that this is why the days in the spring and the summertime are longer than the night. It tells you right here why. All right, verse 10. And on that day, the day becomes longer than the night by a double part. And the day amounts to exactly 10 parts, and the night amounts to 8 parts. Okay? So it's telling you, you remember when I did the lesson on time? When I told y'all that there's actually only 18 hours in a day? Alright, but somehow we ended up with 24 hours, but right here it shows you there were 10 parts for the day and 8 parts for the night, which means 18 hours. Verse 11. And the sun rises from that fourth gate and sets in the fourth gate and returns to the fifth gate in the east for 30 mornings. So now it's in the fifth gate. And when it goes to the fifth gate, there's another 30 days. So this is considered the second month. Alright, so in the second month, it sits in the fifth gate for 30 mornings. Alright. The end of verse 11, chapter 72, verse 11 in the book of Enoch. And it rises from it and sets in the fifth gate. Verse 12. And then the day becomes longer by 2 parts. And the day amounts to 11 parts. And the night becomes shorter and amounts to 7 parts. Alright, so now the day becomes a little longer. So now that we're in the second month, it's in that fifth gate. The day becomes longer. 11 parts now versus 10 parts. And now the night is only 7 parts. Verse 13. And the sun returns to the east and comes to the sixth gate and rises and sets in the sixth gate for 31 mornings. So now we're in month number 3. And in month number 3, it goes to the sixth gate and it rises and sets for 31 mornings. Alright, let me read 13 again. Verse 13. And the sun returns to the east and comes to the sixth gate and rises and sets in the sixth gate for 31 mornings because of its sign. Verse 14. And on that day, the day becomes longer than night, and the day becomes double the night. And the day amounts to 12 parts, and the night becomes shorter, amounts to 6 parts. Verse 15. And the sun rises up so that the day may grow shorter, and the night longer. And the sun returns to the east and comes to the sixth gate and rises from it and sets for 30 mornings. Alright? So 30 mornings. So there goes 30 mornings. So take 30. This is the next month.
So the first 3 months were in the west gate?
No, the first 3 months is still setting. It's rising and setting in all gates. You have to understand, it rises in the east and sets in the west gates. Alright, so it's 6 gates in the east and 6 in the west. Okay? Verse 16. And when 30 mornings have been completed, the day becomes shorter by exactly 1 part. And the day amounts to 11 parts, and the night to 7 parts. Verse 17. And the sun goes out from the west through that 6th gate and goes to the east and rises to the 5th gate 30 mornings and sets in the west again, the 5th gate. Alright, so there goes 30 more. Okay, so now we're in what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th month. So there goes 30. for the 5th month. All right. 30 for the 5th month. Let me read it again. The sun goes down out from the west through that 6th gate and goes to the east and rises in the 5th gate for 30 mornings, and it sets in the west again, and the 5th gate in the west. Verse 18. On that day, the day becomes shorter by 2 parts, and the day amounts to 10 parts, and the night to 8 parts. Verse 19. And the sun rises from that 5th gate and sets in the 5th gate in the west and rises in the 4th gate 31 mornings. 31 mornings. All right. So now we're in month number 6. Now we're in month number 6, and it says it rises from the 4th gate for 31 mornings because of his sign and sets in the west. All right. Verse 20. On that day, the day becomes equal with night. So now night and day is equal, and it's by the 6th month on the Hebrew calendar. All right. And is of equal length. And the night amounts to 9 parts, and the day to 9 parts. Verse 21. And the sun rises from the gate and sets in the west and returns to the east and rises in the 3rd gate 30 mornings. So now we're in month 7. Month 7 is 30 mornings and sets in the west in the 3rd gate. Verse 22. And the sun rises from the 3rd gate and sets in the 3rd gate in the west and returns to the east, and the sun rises in the 2nd gate in the east for 30 mornings. All right, so now we're in month number 8. Now we're in month number 8. 30 mornings, verse 24. And on that day, the night amounts to 11 parts, and the day to 7 parts. All right, so now that we're in 8th month, it switches. In month number 7, it was equal. Now in month number 8, the night is longer than the day. Verse 24. And on that day, the night amounts to 11 parts, and the day to 7 parts. Verse 25. And the sun rises on that day from the 2nd gate and sets in the west in the 2nd gate and returns to the east to the 1st gate for 31 days. All right, for 31 mornings, I mean. For 31 mornings. Then sets in the west in the 1st gate. All right, so that was month number 9, right? Verse 26. And on that day, the night becomes shorter and becomes double. The day and the night amounts to exactly 12 parts, and the day to 6 parts. And with this, the sun has completed the division of his journey. And it turns back again along the division of his journey and comes to the 1st gate for 30 mornings. So now it comes through the 1st gate for 30 mornings. It turns back and goes the opposite way and goes through the 1st gate for 30 mornings. All right. That month number 10? Or is that 11? 10? Let's see. Verse 29. And the sun returns and comes to the 2nd gate in the east, and it returns along those divisions of his journey for 30 mornings. All right, so for 30 mornings. That's month 11. That's 11.
Your verses are different than
That's what's 11.
Your verse, my verses are different than yours.
Yeah, so I'm trying
Oh, that's just in
All right, verse 30.
mine.
And on that day, so what verse are you in right now? And on that day, the night becomes shorter, huh?
33. You're
Okay, let's do it. In verse 30. And on that day the night becomes shorter in length, and the night amounts to 10 parts, and the day to 8 parts. And on that day the sun rises from the second gate and sets in the west and returns to the east and rises in the third gate for 31 mornings. Alright, so the 12th month is 31 mornings. Alright.
Every third month is 31.
Let me read verse 31 again. And on that day the sun rises from the second gate and sets in the west and returns to the east and rises in the third gate for 31 mornings and sets in the west of the sky. Verse 32. And on that day the night becomes shorter and amounts to 9 parts, and the day amounts to 9 parts, and the night becomes equal with the day. So on the 12th month, the night becomes equal with the day again. All right? And the year amounts to exactly 364 days. All right, what month did the night and the day, what other month was that? Let me go back.
6, yeah.
So in the 6th month, it was 9 parts and 9 parts. All right? So now, through the book of Enoch, he gives us exactly, through the portals of the sun rising and setting, he gives you the exact amount of days that the sun sets. So let's count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 days. Y'all can do the math with me. I'm doing everything with y'all. So we have 8 days of 30 days.
8 months.
8 months of 30 days, which is 240.
And 9 months of 30.
Huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Every 3 months it's 31.
Yeah.
It's 9.
You have 8 months of 30 days. So you have month number 1, 30 days. Month number 2, 30 days. Month number 3, 31. Month number 4, 30. 5, 30. 6, 31. 7, 30. 8, 30. 9, 31. 10, 30. 11, 30. 12, 31. Alright? So we have 8 months of 30, which is 240. And then we have 4 months of 31, which is 124. 124 plus 240 gives us 364 days. All right? Gives us 364 days, which is 52 weeks. 52 times 7 is what? 364. All right, so through the book of Enoch, it gives us the complete count of what our months should be. Now go to the book of Enoch, chapter 78, verse 6. So we need this right here so we can start the calendar. So now that we know how many days is in each month, go to the book of Enoch, chapter 78, verse 6. Now, according to the group, they said their book is a little different than mine. The verses were a little off. So anybody that's online and you're following along in your book, just catch up until you find it exactly on what scripture we're on. 78 and 6 reads, "And when the moon rises, it appears in the sky, and has a half of a 7th part of light. And on the 14th day, it makes all its light full." So it tells you on the 14th day, the moon becomes full. All right? And 15 parts of light are transferred to it until On the 15th day, its light is full, according to the sign of the year, and amounts to 15 parts. And the moon comes into being by halves of a 7th part. So this is why we start. So go to your first month on your calendar. Go to your first month on your calendar and count 14 days. And this is why we start on the 14th day, because the moon is full. So count 14 days and put, I don't know if you want to shade it in. That lets you know that's the start of our calendar. Okay? So go to the 14th. So let's see. So if you got your calendar this year, in March had 31 days. So when we do our calendar, to base it off of what we live in, we have to first draw up their calendar, if that makes sense. So even though our first month on the Hebrew calendar is only 30 days, we have to start off with the month of March, which is 30 days, because that's what we're technically in, so we can calculate it day by day. And then once we calculate it day by day, we go from there. So the month of March has 31 days. All right. So if you go to March 14th, that's the second Saturday of the month. That's when our Hebrew calendar starts. That's the first day. That evening. So technically that evening, so the 15th is the first day. All right. That's why what we just read in Enoch 7:78 and 6, it says, until on the 15th day its light is full. So on the 15th starts the first day. The evening of the 14th into the evening of the 15th is the first day. And you count from there. And from there you count 30 days. Does that make sense?
Right.
From there you count 30 days. So since Enoch told us the first month is 30 days, you start your count of the 30 days from the 15th of March. All right, so the 15th of March is day number 1. Okay? But first, before we go into that, let me give you the days of the week one more time. I gave y'all the days of the week the other day, but we're going to give it to you again, so that way when you make your calendar, instead of putting Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, you can put the actual days of the week that's Hebrew. The first day of the week is called Achad, or Akkad, which is AHCHAD.
That's technically Saturday night to Sunday.
Right. Well, this will be Sunday on your calendar, basically. This is the first day.
Saturday
But yes,
night.
it's Saturday night to Sunday. Yeah. So that would be Saturday night to Sunday night. The Sunday or Saturday evening to Sunday evening. But if you're just making a calendar, this will be your first day of the week, which is Achad. AHCHAD. Second day. Second day of the week is Shanaya. 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 The third day. The third day of the week is Shalah Yashaya. Shalah Yashaya. Shalah Yashaya is SHALAYA SHAYA. Shalaya Shaya. The fourth day. The fourth day of the week is Rabaya. 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 Fifth day of the week is Chamashaya. 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 The sixth day of the week is Shashaya. 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 Seventh day of the week is Shabasha. Shabaya. Shabaya. Which is Shabaya. Seventh day of the week is Shabaya. Shabaya. So now you're making your calendar. You have your days of the week. That way you don't, when you make this calendar, you don't have to put Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You can put the days we just went over. Alright? Now let me give you the days, the months. So now let me give you the month names, and we're going to give them to you in Hebrew. Alright? We already went over the scriptures. But for newcomers, I'm going to just go over it real fast. So let's go to Esther 3 and 7. Because you're going to have a lot of new people that didn't hear what we did the other night. So they got to understand where this information came from. So let's go to Esther 3 and 7. Esther 3 and 7 says, in the first month, that is the month Nisan. So the first month on the Hebrew calendar is called Nisan. Alright, the first month in the Hebrew calendar is called Nisan. Or, let's go to Exodus 13 and 4. Let's go to Exodus 13 and 4. So you'll either hear Nisan, or you'll hear this name right here. Exodus 13 and 4 says, This day came ye out in the month Abib. So first month on the Hebrew calendar is Abib or Nisan. I'm going to give you the Hebrew word for Abib. And that's what you'll use for the first month of your calendar. Abib is Abayab. Abayab. And it's Abayab. 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 So instead of putting March, you put Abayab. That's the first month on your Hebrew calendar. All right. Next month, let's go to 1 Kings 6 and 1. 1 Kings 6 and 1. Kind of going fast so we can get through this, even though we went over it the other night. But this is the one I'm going to post for new ears so they can have this information. 1 Kings 6 and 1 reads, And it came to pass in the 418th year after the children of Israel were come out of the land of Egypt, in the 4th year of Solomon's reign over Israel, in the month Ziph, which is the second month. So it tells you right here, Ziph is the second month. Ziph in Hebrew is Zal. Zal, which is Z-A-W. Zal or Zal. Zal is Z-A-W. That's the second month, which is Ziph. That's the second month on the Hebrew calendar. The third month, let's go to Esther 8 and 9. Esther 8 and 9. a second. All right, so Esther 8:9 reads, Then there were the king's scribes called at that time in the 3rd month, that is the month Sivan. So it tells you right here the 3rd month is Sivan. Okay? And Sivan in Hebrew is, hold on, give me a second. For some reason I didn't have this in. Let's see. All right. And the 3rd month is Sayawan. Sivan is Sayawan. 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 That's the 3rd month on your Hebrew calendar. The 4th month on your Hebrew calendar, go to Ezekiel 8:14. Ezekiel 8:14. For the 4th month on the Hebrew calendar. Ezekiel 8:14 reads, Then he brought me to the door of the gate of the Most High's house, which was towards the north. And behold, there sat women weeping for Tammuz. So Tammuz is your 4th month. Tammuz in Hebrew is Thamawaz. Thamawaz, which is Thamawaz. Thamawaz. 4th month is Tammuz, which is in Hebrew Thamawaz. Thamawaz. The 5th month is Ab. Ab. I would have to find Ab for you guys in the Hebrew, but right now just put AB, which is Ab, for your 5th month. Ab is the only month that is not located in the scriptures. Your 6th month, let's go to Nehemiah 6:15. Nehemiah 6:15. And it reads, So the wall was finished in the 20th and 5th day of the month, Elul, in 52 days. Elul, alright, so to let you know, Elul in Hebrew, which is H435, Elul is H435, and it's Alawal, AHLAWAL, Alawal, and it means 6th month. So even though the scripture didn't tell us this was the 6th month, but when you break it down, it's Alawal, and the meaning is 6th month. All right. 7th month. Let's go to 1 Kings 8:2. 1 Kings 8:2 for the 7th month. And the 7th month reads, And all the men of Israel assembled themselves until King Solomon at the feast in the month of Ethanim, which is in the 7th month. So Ethanim in Hebrew is Ayata Nayam. And Ayathanayim is Ahyathanayam. Ayathanayim, Ahyathanayam. That's your 7th month. All right. 8th month, let's go to 1 Kings 6 and 38. 8th month, which is 1 Kings 6 and 38. And in the 11th year, in the month Bull, which is the 8th month. So the 8th month, according to the scriptures, is Bull, and in Hebrew, it's Bawal. Bawal, Bawal. Bawal. All right, 9th month, Zechariah, 7 and 1. The 9th month is in Zechariah 7 and 1. And it says, and it came to pass in the 4th year of King Darius that the word of the Most High came unto Zechariah in the 4th day of the 9th month, even in Chislu. So right here it tells you that the 9th month is Chislu. And Chislu in Hebrew is Kasalah. Kasalah. Kasallaw. Kasalah. Kasallaw. 10th month, Esther, 2 and 16. The 10th month is in Esther 2 and 16. And it reads, so Esther was taken unto King Ahasuerus into his house royal in the 10th month, which is the month Tebeth. Tebeth in Hebrew is Tabah. Tabah. Tabath. Tabah. Tebeth is Tabah. Tabath. All right, and the 11th month is in Zechariah 1 and 7. The 11th month is in Zechariah 1 and 7. And it reads, upon the 4th and 20th day of the 11th month, which is the month Sabbat. Alright, so Sabbat is the 11th month, and Sabbat in Hebrew is Shabbat. Shabbat, which is Shabbat. Shabbat. Now Shabbat sounds like Shabbat, which is a Sabbath. Alright? Shabbat, Shabbat, which is the 11th month. And then the 12th month, let's go to Esther 3 and 7. Esther 3 and 7. And it reads, in the 1st month, that is the month Nisan, in the 12th year of King Ahasuerus, they cast pure, that is, the lot, before Haman from day to day, and from month to month, to the 12th month, that is the month Adar. So the 12th month is Adar, and Adar in Hebrew is Adar. Adar. Ahdar. Adar. Ahdar. So those are your 12 months in Hebrew you can use. So we just went over the 7 days of the week. So when you make your Hebrew calendar, everything is going to be in Hebrew. All right. And this will also teach you, the more you read it and look at it, how to say the Hebrew months and how to say the Hebrew days. So this is only good for you as you make this calendar. Every day you look at the calendar, it'll teach you. You're learning Hebrew. You're learning how to say the days of the week in Hebrew, and you're learning how to say the months. Okay? So now, let's go to our calendar. Let's go to our calendar. Y'all can fill in y'all days and y'all months whenever y'all have a chance, but now we're going to break the days down according to the days that we got from Enoch. So now, when I go to the calendar for this year, so pull up the calendar for March 2015. Pull up the calendar for March 2015. And when you go to March 2015, we already read in the book of Enoch that the full moon falls on the 14th, the evening of the 14th to the 15th, that night. So that night on the 14th, that evening, the full moon falls. All right, so that the 15th is basically the first day of the month. Well, the night of the 14th. Yeah, the night of the 14th. So the 14th. But I just say the 15th once it rolls over, which is the full day. That's the day. But the night of the 14th is the first day of the month. 14th that evening. All right. So when you go to March 14th, now we're going to count 30 days from there, because according to Enoch, he says the first month is 30 days, right? So let's start on March 15th. So March 15th that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So April 13th gives us 30 days. All right. So the month of Abib to Ziph goes to April 13th. That's your first 30 days. And then starting on April 14th is the first day of the month. So count 30 more days, because Enoch says according to his calendar, the second month has 30 days. So 30 days starting with April 14th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Takes us to May 13th. Correct? May 13th. So then May 14th on the Roman calendar is May 1st. Now remember, the Roman calendar has 7 months with 31 days. But according to the book of Enoch, there's only 4 months with 31 days. But we're just using their days. We're not using their month. We just need their days. All right? If that makes sense? We're just using the days. We're not using their days for our calendar. We're just using every day that go by that we know, okay, this is another day. This is another day. So we're just going down the line. All right? So May 14th is the first day of the third month. Third month has 31 days, so count off 31. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. 31 takes us to June 13th. Everybody with me? All right. So now June 14th starts off month number 4. Month number 4 has 30 days. So starting with June 14th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Takes us to July 13th. Takes us to July 13th. All right. Hold on for 1 second. You know what? We probably, now that I'm looking at it, we probably made a slight error. We probably should have started with, hold on, give me 1 second. Yeah, we gotta start over.
It's a lot easier when you just write it on the calendar.
Start over. Nah,
It's almost
easy.
easier to do slash.
You have to. That's what I'm saying. Just start over. Listen. It's not a big error. It's not a big error. Go back to March. Go back to March. Instead of starting completely with March 15th, you have to start basically in the middle of the 14th and the 15th. So we can almost count the 14th, the evening, the first day. This is how we're going to get correct on the calendar. Because if you just start with the 15th, it's going to put you a day ahead. All right? So let's go back to March real fast. We'll do it really quick. 30 days. Start with the 14th, but start at the end of the 14th. All right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So right now your 14 should be in the middle of the 27th and the 28th. Does that make sense? Your 14 should be in the middle of March 27th and March 28th. That's how you should do it. All right, so 15 should be in the middle of the 28th and 29th. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So 30 days is April, right after April 12th, in between April 13th. I hope I'm not losing you here. So on the calendar, when you look at it, the 30 days is not on April 13th. It's in the middle of April 12th and April 13th. That's where you should put your, that's where you should put your dot at. All right, that's where you should put your dot at, which will give you April 12th, which is the evening. That's your 30 days. All right, then your first day of the month will be the 13th. All right, that evening. So go into the middle of April 13th. All right. Let's go. Then you start. That is everybody still with me? That makes sense? Okay. So 30 days is at the end of April 12th, and then that next evening will be your first. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. All right, and 30 should be where? Right on the middle of the 12th and the 13th, correct? The 30th of May, the second month, is in the middle of May 12th and May 13th. All right. Month number 3 has 31 days. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. 31 is on the calendar in the middle of June 12th and June 13th. Alright? 31 days is in the middle of June 12th, June 13th, which is the evening of June 12th / morning 13th of June. Alright? Month number 4 in the Hebrew calendar has 30 days. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 30 days gives us until July, middle of July 12th / 13th. Everybody still with me? All right. Next month, 5th month on the Hebrew calendar has 30 days. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 30 should give you right at August 11th / 12th. All right, August 11th / 12th. So now we go in the middle of August 12th / 13th and count 31 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. 31 gives us September /11th / 12th. Right? 31 puts us right in the middle of September 11th, September 12th. All right, now we're on the 7th month on the Hebrew calendar, which is 30 days. So now we go in the middle of September 12th and 13th and start there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, which gives us the middle of October 11th and the 12th. So October evening, October morning is where we should be at. Now we're on month number 8, which is 30 days. We start in the middle of October 12th / 13th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, which is middle of November 10th / 11th. Everybody still with me? So now the middle of November 10th, the evening, the morning of November 11th. Now we're on month number 9, which is 31 days. So month number 9 starts November evening / November 11th evening / November 12th morning. So in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. All right, 31 gives us what? Middle of 11th and the 12th? All right. So 31 days gives us December 11th that evening / the 12th that morning. So now we got 30 days, which starts the 12th, in the middle of the 12th and the 13th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, which is what? The 11th / 12th. Everybody still with me? You have 10, 11? Did I skip one? Let me do it again. I'm going back to December 11 / 12. That's where we was at, right? All right, let's count 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 30 is 9th / 10th. Correct? Y'all look confused. Are y'all with me? Alright. Before we just did that, I was in the middle of December 11th and 12th. December 11th and 12th. Alright, so it's in December 11th and 12th. 30 days from there, I'm going to count one more again. Make sure everybody's on the same page.
11th and 12th is the last day of the month.
So the first day starts 12th and 13th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, which is 10th, 11th. All right. That's why we're doing this. So 30 days is in the middle of the 10th and 11th of July. All right, 30 more days for the 11th month, which will start in the evening of the 11th / 12th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, which is February 9th / 10th. All right. February 9th / 10th. And then 31 days from there. 31 days from there. So which will be February 10th / 11th. Start 31 from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. And 31 takes us all the way back to March 16th. In between March 11th, that evening, to the morning of March 12th, correct? And then the first day starts again on that evening, which gives you 364 days. That makes sense? Everybody online? Does that make sense? All right. So now the last part to this. So now that we have the days, down, okay, let's go to the first month. So let's go to Leviticus chapter 23, and we're going to go through this real fast. We got like 10 minutes. So let's go to Leviticus chapter 23, verse 5. And it says, in the 14th day of the first month is the Most High's Passover. So now let's go to your calendar. And let's go back to March. So 14 days from the first gives us what? Evening of the 27th. All right, evening of the 27th. Let's count 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14 gives us the evening of the 27th. So in the middle of the 27th and the 28th is when the Passover starts. That's the first holy day. You can mark that on your calendar. And then the Feast of Unleavened Bread starts on the 15th day, which is in between the 28th and the 29th. That's when the Feast of Unleavened Bread starts. So two Passovers. Two holy days. Back to back right there. And then the Feast of Unleavened Bread is 7 days. And it ends at the end of April 4th. So at the end of April 4th, the Feast of Unleavened Bread ends. Alright? Now, let's skip to Leviticus 23 and 10. Speak unto the children of Israel, say unto them, when ye be come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest. So the first fruits is the next holy day. Alright, and how do we calculate the first fruits? We calculate the first fruits by going down to, skip down to verse 15, Leviticus 23 and 15. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye brought the sheave of the wave offering, 7 Sabbaths shall be complete. Even until the morrow after the 7th Sabbath shall ye number 50 days, and ye shall offer. So 50 days or 7 Sabbaths. So we go back up to the Passover, which is the 28th. And from the 28th, 7 Sabbaths. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 Sabbaths should give us what? Evening of the 16th, because it's 7th Sabbath, after the Sabbath. So it's tomorrow after the Sabbath. Alright? So the evening of the 16th of May, gives you the first fruits, which is 7 Sabbaths, which is 50 days. Because 49 days would have took you to the evening of the 49 of Friday. Does that make sense? But 50 days take you to the evening of Saturday. All right. So now we have 3 holy days in the book. All right. And then the next, skip down to Leviticus 23 and 24. Leviticus 23 and 24. And it says, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, in the first day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing of the trumpets, blowing of trumpets. So let's go to the 7th month. All right, let's go to the 7th month. And then what's the 7th month? Ethnium?
The Hebrew or?
Yeah, Hebrew. Yeah, well, just right. It says Ethnium is the 7th month, which is September on the Roman calendar. And it says in the first day. So due to our math, what's the first day? September. The evening of September 12th. The evening of September 12th gives you the memorial of blowing of the trumpets. Everybody see how we got that? The first day of the month of the 7th month. So when we did our math in September counting, the last day of the month was in between the 11th and the 12th. So then the evening of the 12th is the first day of the month, which is the blowing of the trumpets. All right. Let's skip down to verse 28. All right, and verse 28 says, no, let's go to 27. Verse 27 in Leviticus 23 says, also on the 10th day of the 7th month there shall be a day of atonement. So on the 10th day of the 7th month is the Day of Atonement. So let's count 10 days from there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 gives us what? Evening of the 21st. So in between the 21st and the 22nd gives us 10 days. And the Day of Atonement was on the 21st evening of September, which is Ethnium. All right. Now let's skip down to verse 34, Leviticus 23 and 34. Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, the 15th day of this 7th month shall be the Feast of Tabernacles, which is for 7 days. So on the 15th day, so 5 days. So the 10th day was the evening of the 21st. All right, so that's 10. So let's just go 10 from there. Start from there. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15th day is the Feast of Tabernacles. All right, which is the evening of September 26th on the calendar, but in the Hebrew calendar, if you're making your calendar, which is Ethnium, or in Hebrew, it's Ayatanayam. And that holy day lasts for 7 days. So it lasts 7 days until the 3rd of October. The evening of the 3rd of October is when this holy day ends. All right. And then the next holy day is in the month of Chislew. So let's find the month of Chislew. The 9th month, which was where?
November, the evening of November 11th.
All right. So November 10th / 11th was the end of that month, and then Chislew starts November 11th, that evening, the morning of November 12th. So from there, the holy day for the month of Chislew is on the 25th day, which is the Feast of Dedication. So let's count 25 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Gives us what? The evening of December 5th is when the Feast of Dedications is. And the Feast of Dedications is also 7 days like the Feast of Tabernacles. So it goes until the end of the 12th of December. It goes into the end of the 12th of December. All right, and then the last holy day is Purim. All right, which is Purim. And Purim is on the 14th / 15th day of Adar. So let's go to Adar. And Adar started on what? January 11th. But it's February 10th. Okay. So February 10th was the evening of the 9th. February, the evening of the 9th / 10th. All right. Let me see. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So the evening of the 9th slash 10th, evening of the 9th is the 30 days. So the first day will be the 10th slash 11th. All right. So let's count. 30 days, 31 days, but we only need 14 days. 14, 15 days. So you start in February 10th, that evening slash the morning of the 11th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right. 15. 14 gives us what? And the 15th day gives us February, the evening of the 23rd and the evening of the 24th, which is what gives us Purim. We see how we got that? And that right there completes your Hebrew calendar. And once you get it going right here, you just do the same thing every year. You don't even need the Roman calendar no more. So next year you don't need to say, oh, well, what day is this in the Roman calendar? You don't even need it no more. You just take the same amount of days that's in each month and you just go. All right? So with that in mind, that will complete the information. We got the weeks, the days of the week. We got the days of the month. We got the days of the month. We got the holy days put in there on their correct days. So now everybody has all the information you need to make your own calendar. And now you can hang it up on the wall. And when you hang it up on the wall, you'll be able to go by it according to Hebrew terms. All right? So with that in mind, we'll say all praises to the Most High, Ahaya. And we'll pray it out, and then I'll open up for any comments or any questions. Shalom.